恭喜发财.
It means wish you good fortune next year.
新年快乐，恭喜发财，
新年快乐，恭喜发财。
恭喜发财。
Yeah.
新年快乐，
恭喜发财，恭喜
恭喜恭喜。
Yeah. Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. This is Phil.
I'm Bella, and this is East Meets West.
Now it's time for our upcoming Chinese New Year. So most people think that Chinese New Year is a Chinese version of Christmas or Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
It's a festival for reunion, but there might be some differences between two festivals. So
Maybe
today we're
a lot.
Yeah.
Because we have a New Year too, but we're comparing it to Christmas, so that tells you something already.
Christmas is like Chinese New Year. Mm-hmm. Like they share the same weight in people's hearts. For me, I mean, Christmas is more like a cultural experience. Mm-hmm. Like you just experienced the Christmas a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And you know,
3 weeks ago now.
Mm-hmm. And you know what did I do?
I don't know. What did you do?
I did nothing. Because I got no invitation. I got
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was far away.
No, I know. I got. I mean, it means nothing. Mm-hmm. It means something for me, but it's not that important to me because that's more like American festival, and I'm Chinese. So even though there is nobody accompanied with me, I'm okay. I mean, but there is a very funny thing. In Christmas Eve, I was walking on the street, like right here, and people just renewing together with their family, and the lights, thousands of lights from these buildings of families shining brightly. Mm-hmm. And I was walking on the street. None of these lights shined for me, and I have nobody to talk with. The only thing I can talk with is I can talk to the moon. You know that song from Bruno, talking to the moon. Yeah, and it was in that moment I accidentally know that how does it feel? The meaning behind the lyric. Talking to the moon. Because you got nobody to talk with.
Yeah.
That's my experience of Christmas. Personally, I think that Christmas for you is more like a reunion within immediate families.
Yeah. People typically spend Christmas with family.
Yeah.
That's why we say it's either the happiest or the saddest time of year. Because if you're with your family, then it's the happiest time of year. But if you're not with your family, it's the saddest time of year.
Yeah.
And so, that family is big for Christmas. A lot of times, like people, it's unusual to spend Christmas with anyone besides family. So Thanksgiving's a little different. You can invite your friends for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But Christmas is mostly just for family. Yeah.
Which one is more important to you, Christmas or Thanksgiving?
I always look forward more to Christmas. Especially as a little kid. Are you kidding? Like, you get presents on Christmas.
Yeah.
There's no presents on Thanksgiving.
You can get gifts at any time.
No, but you don't.
Yeah.
You just get them on Christmas.
If someone want to give you gifts, they can give you any time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I have the best memories because my dad is the youngest of 8 children. Mm. And so we would always go back to my dad's parents' house. It's like in the country, in a farm in New Mexico. And not every Christmas, but some Christmases, all 8 of their kids come back home.
For celebrating the Christmas.
Yeah, for celebrating Christmas. Because, there's 2 families in every marriage, so sometimes you gotta go back, you gotta choose which parent to go to, but every once in a while, all 8 siblings will be back at the same time. And those were always the best Christmases. We had our Christmas tree, and the presents would literally pile all the way to the ceiling.
I know that. I know.
Because there are so many presents. Because, you have 8 kids and then all their kids.
So, same here. I mean, same for Chinese. Chinese New Year is more like a giant reunion for the whole family. You don't spend the time only with your own family, with maybe uncle, aunts, cousins, some relatives you don't even know.
Wow.
Yeah, we share laughs. We share awkward moments. We share some happiness together. But there is always some like uncle aunts will always ask a question like annoying question like, when are you getting married? The youngsters like, come on, you keep asking the same question every single year. The funny thing is, I mean, for Chinese, especially the last generation, they think when it comes to marriage, it doesn't even matter whether you have happiness or not. It doesn't even matter whether you have love or not. What does matter? What's most important thing is getting married. Once you are getting married, mission completed. And that's why nowadays youngsters don't want to meet and talk to the relative.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, I think maybe some people do that, but that's not really that's not really much of a thing.
Yeah.
If anyone's gonna bother you, it's probably gonna be your parents.
Okay.
Yeah, aunts and uncles aren't usually seen as being meddling with your life, although there is kind of like the trope of the crazy uncle that brings like funny Christmas presents, like someone who just like brings socks for everybody or something like that. So that's kind of a trope of like an American trope for an uncle.
People just share gifts with each other.
Oh, it goes both ways.
Both ways.
Once you reach a certain age, like once you're like a teenager, they kind of start expecting that you would give a gift to your parents too.
Okay, does the gift have to be expensive or?
It just depends on the family. Yeah, but for my family, my mom would buy gifts for my dad on our behalf. So she'd like take us to the store and say like, pick something for your dad.
Anything.
And we would like choose, like, oh, I think he'd like this scarf, or oh, I think he'd like this pair of gloves. And then I picked it, and so my mom would buy it, and then we would
give you as a gift.
And then I would give it to my dad for me, even though he knew that my mom paid for it. But it's like for me, so then he would thank me, not my mom, for the gift because I chose it, and so it's my heart for my dad,
But she paid for it.
Yeah, but that's not. It's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
The thought that counts. But then once you grow up, then it's like, it'd be very strange for a child not like for an adult child to not give their parents gifts at Christmas time. So, and the older you get, the more expensive the gifts become because you have more money, right? Yeah,
you don't give cash. Do you give cash as a gift? What if someone give you cash? Or what if someone received the cash?
It would just be seen, I think, a little bit like
materialism. Lazy?
Yeah. Because the gift is like you choosing the gift is the price, like how much it costs, doesn't matter quite as much as like you're showing that you know what this person likes and people like really thoughtful gifts. Like my aunt had one of her favorite gifts that she ever got was a framed photograph because it was like very special and like had a lot of like symbolic meaning to it.
Yeah.
And so she loved that gift, even though it probably cost $10.
A little.
It didn't cost very much, but it was like a very thoughtful and heartfelt gift.
Yeah.
And so it's like the thoughtfulness of the gift and like the amount of like thought and time you put into the gift is kind of like what matters more than the price tag value, So like the closer you are to a person, the more energy you're supposed to put into trying to choose and select the gift. Yeah. It's like my sister just gave me like $100. I'd be like, that's it?
That's it? If someone gave me $100,
not that I don't want $100, but like you just didn't think about me. I'd probably be like, that's too much. You can't give me $100.
Okay.
But like it's like you didn't think about me. Now, if she knew that like I really wanted like a particular item, and she couldn't afford the item, but she wanted to contribute so that I could afford the item, and then she gave me $100 towards like a particular item that I wanted, right? Then that's thoughtful. Like I know you really wanted like an espresso maker, and I can't buy you an espresso maker, but here's $100 so you can buy your espresso maker. Something like that you could do.
We did the same thing, but now with the thoughtful prepared gifts, with the cash itself. So in Chinese New Year, like you said, when we turn into the certain age, we just gave the younger generation red envelope with the money inside of it, and the more money you give them, it means that the more love you expect with them, you share with them. In the first beginning, like no matter we give or we receive the red envelope, it's a good thing because we never care how much money inside of it. It's always a blessing. But nowadays, people just compete with each other. Hey, how much you give that? How much you put into the red envelope? And sometimes you can, when you have when you spend a night with your relatives, you can just run out of your 1 month salary or even 2 month salary with just by giving out the red envelope to the younger generation. And
how old are you when they're like, wait, how old are you when you're too old for that? When do you switch from the
as long as you have the ability to earn money?
Okay, so as soon as you get a job, no more red envelope for you.
Yeah, or they think you're old enough, maybe 18 or 22. That's the point that you just step into
adulthood. Yeah.
And I think the awkward thing is like in China, we gotta, because we have 1.4 billion people, and some of the younger generation just come into you and say some New Year's greeting like Happy New Year. I am your third cousin's aunt's neighbor's dog walker. Where is my red envelope? I was like, wait, who are you again? But you just cannot say no to them because it's Chinese New Year. If they ask, you have to give. And nowadays people
abused.
Yeah, it is abuse. And nowadays people, those little kids, I don't know who teach them, who taught them. They are not asking for a few dollars. They might ask for a amount of specific money. And
they actually ask?
Yeah. And they ask, hey,
That's
can
not
you
like
give
taboo?
me? It is supposed to be follow the culture itself, like the taboo you said. You have to follow the rule. But nowadays, it just went wrong somehow. And people, those little kids, they just ask for money. Hey, can I get a red envelope with a specific amount of money? I was like, what are you doing? Are you going to save up for a new car and for a new house? We are growing. Oh, we're not getting rich.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's more like, it's kind of like in some way it's kind of like Americans tipping culture. And you know how crazy the tip percentage go up these days? 15%.
Yeah, 15%.
18.
Sometimes 18.
Yeah, sometimes the minimum percentage is 18. I enjoyed no service here, and you asked me for 18% of the tip.
Yeah.
It's not something that it should be.
Like here, you just have to be careful with like the little kids that everyone is treated equally. So as long as like all the kids get like approximately similar amounts of gifts, then you're safe. If one kid gets way more than another kid, then there's going to be
In what situation will someone get way more than another one?
It's accidental because everyone is giving gifts. Like all of the aunts and uncles all get gifts for all of the nieces and nephews. So if you're one of the uncles, you have to make sure that you're spending about the similar amount for all of your nieces and nephews. You can't give more to one or the other because that's like showing favoritism. So you can't show favoritism. But when I was like, my parents were like super strict with us. So no matter what you got, you had to be very, very happy.
You have to be. What if you just don't like the gift itself?
It doesn't matter if you like it or not.
You have to pretend that you're happy.
You have to show proper gratitude.
I think that's important.
The person is showing their love. So it's not gratitude for the gift. Whether you liked it or not, whether it was the one that you wanted or not, doesn't matter. What matters is that they're showing their love for you, and so you have to show your appreciation back. Like even if you get like, a scarf that's like a color you don't even like, you can't look at the scarf and be like, oh, I don't like this color. Ooh.
That would be considered as rude.
Oh my goodness. I would have been very harshly disciplined if but instead it's like, oh, you might look at it and be like, oh, I hate yellow. You wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
You have to say, thank you so much, like that. And then you might be able to return it later because sometimes they'll give you the gift or something.
Okay.
But like you have to show your gratitude.
Yeah.
No matter what, pretty much.
Okay.
At least in my family, that was like very, very important and enforced.
Enforced.
Yeah. By my parents, at least. So like if I didn't show proper gratitude, my dad would have like taken me to the other room and like sat me down.
Have a talk.
We'd have a talk.
Yeah.
Like that's not how you
behave.
Yeah. And probably not all American kids are raised that way, but that was my personal experience. If you behave with gratitude, they will give you more. But if you don't behave with gratitude, they won't give you next time.
We have a lot of symbolic traditions. In our New Year's Eve evening's dinner, we have to have a dish with a fish.
Why a fish?
Yeah, because fish in China, in Chinese, the pronunciation is yu, the same sound of surplus.
Surplus.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you have fish to surplus year after year. That's how we say in Chinese, which is 年年有余. Only one word has only one syllable. So 年年有余 is four syllables, four words. 年 stands for year. 年年 means year after year. 有 means half. 余 same sound as surplus. So 年年有余 means surplus year after year. That's the symbolic tradition behind the dish.
Do like a lot of the dishes have those kinds of symbolic?
A lot of most of them. I mean, for example, we have Chinese. Do you know Chinese cake? Chinese New Year cake.
Is that like different from a moon cake?
Moon cake, totally different from moon cake.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what's how we call it in English, but it's
Chinese, like a rice cake.
Yeah, it's a rice cake. So the Chinese name of the rice cake is 年糕. 年, like I said, it's a year. 年糕. Gao is same sound as promotion. You have promotion year after year. That's why we have Chinese New Year cake in the dinner. So like every dish is probably most of them have its own symbolic tradition.
Do a lot of them like symbolize? What kind of things are symbolized? Like, is it like prosperity?
Prosperity, luck, fortune, anything related to happiness that human beings seeking for. That's a symbolized thing behind it.
We don't really do symbolic. We do have some symbolic foods, I guess, but it's not like a big thing.
Yeah.
Like we don't say like, oh, this dish means this, this dish means that.
I mean, you guys are too straightforward. That's the reason moving means nothing to you.
Like we have like, I'm trying to think if there's anything. So we decorate our houses with like greenery, like fresh pine boughs, or like and that's like symbolic of, because it's celebrated in midwinter, so the middle of winter, right? And there's actually a song, in the deep midwinter. So it's symbolizing of like, even though we're in like this, like the season where everything is dead, there's still life, and we're looking forward to when the days start getting longer. And so we put like these like green things in our house to like symbolize life. We're still like symbolizing life. And Christmas is celebration of Jesus' birth, right? So he also, we say like he came to give new life, and so we put greenery in our houses to symbolize new life.
Okay.
So I would say like a lot of the symbolism around Christmas is about new life, and rebirth. It's a religious holiday, and not everyone who celebrates it is religious.
Nowadays, people just
that's where it came from. So you have like things that are celebrated as new life and joy and rebirth and a celebration of light. So we always also have lots of celebrations of light. You'll see a lot of like candlelight concerts, and people decorate their houses with
Christmas light.
Yeah. So Jesus, we say that he's the light. So we put lights everywhere because that represents as a light, right? So that's, I think, where a lot of the symbolism comes from. Gifts themselves are symbolic because Jesus was a gift. So we give gifts to each other, and then that's like the connection to that. But foods, not so much.
Yeah, you just taste the food itself.
The food's just good.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. There's probably something
behind
more.
it.
There's probably, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah. So now the sun goes down now, and literally we're talking about for a long time. And at the end of the day, when east meets west. So I actually prepared wrap envelope for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. and where is it? I actually bought it from Chinese market.
Oh wow! How cool.
Okay, that one. Here you are. So you don't take it with one hand. You take it with both hands. Two? Yeah, that's how you show respect.
Thank you.
Yeah, both of them. You can take it.
All of them?
Yeah.
That's a lot of red envelopes.
Yeah. No, the more money you get, the more red envelope you get, the more happy you are.
Oh,
so
wow.
you don't complain about how that's a lot. you should be happy.
I am happy.
Yeah, because
I'm amazed.
Yeah, something inside.
Thank you.
Just take a look.
Right now?
No, not right now.
Not right now? Okay.
Yeah, you don't.
Oh, that's another cultural difference.
Yeah, you don't open gift in front of the gift giver. So you just.
This is important, actually. Here, it's rude to not open the gift in front of the person.
Okay.
So if you give someone a gift and then you just say thank you and then you
take it
and then you leave without opening it, the person who gave it's going to be really sad.
Sad?
Yeah.
But if you open the envelope in front of him, the gift giver, envelope giver, that would be considered as a pretty rude thing. Like, because it's money inside.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess there's something similar here. Whereas, like, if you get a card, if you get something in the envelope, then you don't open it. If you get something in a package or like a bag, then you open it. Right?
Okay.
Because they want to see your, like, it's like if I put my thought and my heart into the gift, then it's like I want to see a reaction.
Yeah, that also makes sense. But we all know that.
But we all know what's inside.
Yeah, what's inside is money. You don't
then you don't
count money in front of another one. Yeah, that is so rude. Yeah. Oh, let's see how much money I get. Oh, I received less money than last year. You should work hard to prepare more next year. Thanks for watching and tuning into When East Meets West. Be sure to subscribe and stay with us for more insights into Eastern and Western perspectives. See you next time.